Well, good morning to you all. I just wanted to get on here and discuss the cards that came out this morning for the inspirational messages that I put on my Instagram and Facebook page. I try to do this every morning for those pages to try to give some insight into what Spirit is wanting to say, or what messages that people need to hear at this time. It's just so weird. It definitely hit home with me this morning too, as I was watching some things that were some messages from other people, from other channels, that were really hitting home with me today. And these cards that came out kind of correlated with that. Well, they did correlate with it. The messages on the cards are: be strong, be fearless, be beautiful. And the other one says, one can never consent to creep when one feels an impulse to soar. This is beautiful. And I thank my guides and my intuition and my higher self for these confirmations and messages that I've been receiving, not only through these inspirational cards, but also through other channels, through other people who are speaking and speaking out on certain situations that are going on at this time. To me, I feel that what's going on on the world stage today, it astonishes me. My feelings about it and my personal opinion, I just feel a great sadness, but yet a great love for humanity, to want to inspire people and to want to show love towards people and kindness and compassion. And I've always been like that, but I definitely for a long time was stuck, or had the feeling of being stuck in some negative emotions throughout my life. In the last 7 or 8 years, I've been slowly coming out of that and realizing that I don't need to live in fear, and I don't need to live in hatred, and I don't need to live in anger anymore. Those were things that I needed to learn. I needed to learn how they felt. I needed to learn what it was, more of like a catalyst to know what it is that I do not want to live like, to realize that all those things that might have hurt me, or all those challenges or tribulations in my life, in my own personal life, were to show me. And I am thankful that they showed me what it was that I was meant to do here, and what it was that I was meant to be here, and that we all are meant to be on this earth. And that is to be strong, be fearless, and be beautiful, and to shine bright. If you can understand what I am saying at this point, to shine our lights, to shine light onto the darkness, or light into the darkness, so that things can be shown as to what's going on and what the real purpose of everything is, and what is fake and what is real, and what is a lie and what is the truth. And I stand for love, light, and truth. I stand for the freeing up of humanity as a whole. I stand for the truth. I stand for compassion. I stand for love. I stand for being aware of what is going on, but yet being thankful to be able to see past the illusions that are put in front of us, past the lies and the deceptions. I'm thankful for the discernment to be able to see all those things and to be aware of it. And for a while, when I was seeing these things, when I first started out, it did make me angry. It did make me fearful. But it was a process. It was definitely a process I had to go through to learn that that is not what I want. I did not want to live in fear. I do not want to live in being angry. And I had every right to be angry about the situation, because it is not, things were hidden as far as what was being told to the people. And that's where I felt the strong desire for the truth. I started seeking out the truth. I started seeking out the knowledge that I needed. And it was definitely a process. I went through a lot of different stages through this awakening. And now, and I feel that I probably will continue to learn. This was something that it's a never-ending learning process, and I'm glad and thankful for that process. But I could see also that if someone is not aware of what's going on, or is not aware of some of the darker aspects to this existence, that this would be a very, very, very huge shock to the system, not only to your mind, but to your heart and to your very core being, and that it would be hard to handle. So I just ask that you be strong, be fearless, and be beautiful through this whole transition, through this whole process for humanity. And it's not easy. It wasn't easy for me. And that if you need help with that, not that I am a teacher, not that I am perfect, and I still am learning myself, but I've always been a good listener. I've always been strong in that, and I think that's for a reason. Even if I could never really understand or feel, not really feel, because I could always feel everybody's emotions around me, but in a sense, if I hadn't gone through it myself, but I could still have compassion, love, and empathy for that person and have an understanding of what they were going through. And, for a long time, I thought that it was a weakness that I had. I really did. I thought, oh, geez, what am I doing? Why is this happening? Why am I able to feel so deeply? But in the same sense, it's my strength. I've learned that along the way, that it is my strength, that it is something that I have to be able to help others, and I want to help others. So I was kind of going off on a tangent there, but the main message is to stand up, to be strong, to not live in fear. Yes, it is a process, and yes, fearful things come up, and yes, we do need to integrate that into this whole process, but not to dwell on it and not to consistently live in fear, but to be aware of it. And then to move yourself into a space of gratitude and love, which is some of the messages I heard this morning, and I'm so grateful and thankful for those messages that I heard this morning through other people. And I had also thought along this pattern, and I also had thought along this same type of, but it was more of a confirmation for me to know that I was on the right path as far as how I was thinking and how I was processing things and how I was going about my life on a day-to-day, especially through this time of uncertainty, which to me is very annoying, but I do understand we need to go through this, and it is a process. So, and I keep repeating myself, so I'm going to get off of here, but I hope this resonates with you. I hope that you can grab some nuggets out of this video that might help you. Whoever needs to hear this, let this reach to people who need to hear it and who can see what it is that I am trying to convey in this message. Seek out the truth. Seek it out for yourself. Do your research. There's so many avenues and so many things that we have at this point in time that we can grab up the knowledge that we need to be aware of what's going on and to be able to not only help ourselves individually, but to help others as well to go through this transition. And I love you guys. Stay strong, be fearless, and be beautiful. Be that lion that's in your heart and that's in your soul, and not out of anger and not out of, negative emotions, but out of love, faith, hope, trust, and joy. Even though we do have to process some of those negative emotions, we can still transmute it and transform it into the positive and see the light at the end of the tunnel. So I just thank you. If you like the video, if it resonates with you, please like, please subscribe. It does help me out, and it does help me to get out this message for anybody who can resonate with it and who needs to hear it. So I thank you again. And until next time, have a great day. Bye.